my channel. I'm having a chatty one with you today. I wanted to talk about journaling, how I've done with my journaling this year, where I'm at the moment, and what my plans are for upcoming journals. So thank you for joining me here today. I'm Lisa. I'm very cold today. We've got no heating in the house at the moment, and it's just turning to that time of the afternoon where it's getting a little bit chilly, so excuse me if I'm a little bit shivery. Journals. So how are you doing with your journals at the moment? Have you done well this year? Have you journaled loads? Have you finished any journals? And what are your plans for next year? I think I've journaled more this year than I have ever. And I'm really pleased with what I've done, what I've achieved. I've really noticed my style change. I don't know whether that's because I started doing junk journaling and I love it so much, and it's changed the way that the rest of my journals look. Even though they're not all junk journals, they're creative journals, I've noticed that my style has changed to kind of look more like my junk journaling, if that makes sense. So as you may well remember, I started my Smile journal back in January. I can't believe it was that long ago. It doesn't seem that long ago. I've got all the videos of like creating the pages and the flip through, so I will leave those down below for you. I absolutely love this journal. I think this journal has been one of my favourite projects I've ever created. I just love it so much, just everything that makes me smile, and I want to make a new one now because I'm really missing just documenting silly little things. Like we got some new mugs when we were in Disney this last week, and they're Christmas mugs, and they just make me so happy. They're a really good size, they're red, they're Christmassy, and I just want to document them, and I just think what better place than in my Smile journal. So I need another one, but I'm so chuffed that I actually finished a whole journal this year, and I just love looking through it. Then comes this chunky monkey. This started out, gosh, when did I start this? January 2020. It started out as a journal to document my word of the year, which was push back then. And I got 3 pages in. The idea was I was going to do like a goals page at the start of the month and talk about how my word of the year was going to work for me, and almost treat it a little bit like an art journal. I got 3 pages in. I don't think I even finished March actually, and I didn't do anything else. And then I picked it back up again this year, and then I just started doing some nice pages. So I documented Christmas, and then I got to doing weekly journaling. And although I call it weekly journaling, sometimes it could be 3 days, sometimes it could be 2 weeks. I loved it, and I kind of like really found myself in it, and I really got into the groove. I've just created some really cool pages that I'm so happy with. I've documented some amazing memories, but it's been stress-free, which is what I always encourage people to do. Just take the stress off. If you can't do it daily, don't do it daily. If you've, like me, you've just gone a few weeks and not journaled, just catch up as you can. It's not the end of the world if you miss bits and pieces out. You're not going to look back in 5 years time and think, oh blast, I've missed out the 27th and 28th of September. It's no big deal. You're just going to see this lovely finished journal and you'll be happy with it. So take the stress off and just journal as and when you can. Whatever you do is a bonus, and taking that kind of mentality has really helped me, and I'm just happy with whatever I journal. I'm just really chuffed. So I've got 1 page left and then I'm finished. I'm really pleased. I haven't kept up with it as much since the summer. I got really behind and then we've been busy, but I'm not stressing about it. I'm just going to do what I can do, and that's fine. But I need another journal because I've almost run out. So ages and ages ago when I bought that one, I picked up a second because I don't know if you're the same, but if you see something you really like, you need to buy more than one. And so I bought a second one, and it's exactly the same, believe it or not. And it's just, I think it was like £2 or something from Tiger. So I need to do my works on this one and turn it into a journal. And I want to continue with the kind of weekly journaling that I've been doing because I love doing it. Really do. Now my trip journals, I'm still journaling from my America 2019, and I have to say, although it's been a bit of a bummer not being able to travel the last couple of years, it's been a good way to catch up on trips. I've got 2 journals on the go. What have I got here? From our 2019 road trip, California road trip. I have nearly finished this one. They did start out in one journal, but as you can see, they're rather full. So I've ended up with one in each. Although I've got the elastics for a second, they're just not big enough. I've just filled them up too much. They're really chunky. This one here, the actual road trip, that was it. I realised I've finished, I've come to the end, and I've completely forgotten about our Palm Springs day. I am gutted because I loved that day. We went to Palm Springs and the Joshua Tree National Park. How could I forget those? So I need to do something and add them in the very back. So that's, I thought I'd finished, so I need to do that still. And then we did Disneyland California and then flew on to Disney World Orlando, all in the same trip. And this is my Disney one here, and I think I've literally got a page left or something here. I did wish that I'd done them in 2 separate journals, but I probably wouldn't have finished them had I done that. So this one's nearly finished. I've got like 1 page left there that needs to be done. So I'm really pleased. I've done really, really well. So I'm chuffed with that. So they are close to being finished. And then I had another journal to show you. Where's that one gone? I hadn't put it down next to me. Now I have a little bit of a dilemma and I'm asking you for some advice. Did you see the video where I created this Disney journal? It's from a little golden book. I will leave the link down below if you haven't seen that. I recently set it up. We went to Disneyland Paris about 6 or 7 weeks ago and it was amazing. We had such a lovely time. It was our first time there and our first trip without the kids. By the way, we do have a Disney channel, just in case you didn't know, where we vlog our Disney trips. It's a new channel. I'll leave the link for you below if you want to go and see our Disney and travel trips. So we stayed in Hotel Cheyenne, which was Toy Story themed. So I found this book and I thought it would be perfect to document our travels for that Disney trip. I haven't actually really documented anything yet. I think I've done 1 page. I've got everything ready. Yeah, I've done the 1 page. So I'm really behind on that. But now my dilemma is, we went back again last week. Friends asked us if we fancied joining them. We jumped at the chance. Who's going to say no to a Disney trip? We bought annual passes as well. But now the dilemma is, I came home and I thought I would get a Christmas little golden book to do our Christmas trip. It was our first Christmas Disney trip, but I can't find any that I like. I wanted like a Disney Christmas one and I can't find any. I've seen some Christmas ones, but they're not like with Mickey Mouse, and I really wanted a Mickey Mouse. So do I do something different, or do I use this same journal and actually put both trips in together? I have got 2 signatures, so I could do it. And actually I could add some Christmas pages to this actually. I could add it, couldn't I? I think I might do that actually. I've got 2 signatures. I could do this one as my Halloween one and then this one as my Christmas one. I think I might do that. I think I've just answered my own question. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. And I could even add something Christmassy on the back page actually. Yeah, I might do something like that. What do you think? What would you do? Or would you just start a new journal? I'm just thinking we've got quite a few Disney trips coming up because they're all delayed from the last 18 months, 2 years. They're all happening all in one go next year, and I just think I'm not going to keep up with it. So I don't want to do a massive journal, and I think this could be a good way to do them, almost like have a 2021 Disney journal. Maybe have some wording or something on the front. Or actually I could even put it inside, couldn't I? I think that might make more sense. Would you do the same? What would you do? But let me know how you're doing with your journaling this year. What are your journaling plans? Have you done well? I know so many of you are struggling to keep up with your journaling. It's something that we've been talking about a lot within our Patreon group recently. The struggles, especially when you've got kids. You've got so many things happening, and that's the time when you want to document them all. But it's also the time when you don't have the time because you're so busy with the kids and making memories, you don't have the time to document the memories, and it gets really tricky and you feel overwhelmed with it all, you feel like you're not keeping up. So my advice always is to make a few notes. I used to keep a little notebook in the lounge with a pen attached, so there was never an excuse that I didn't have a pen or anything, and like if the kids said something funny, I would always write it in the book. And I actually kept just scribbled notes. It was nothing fancy. So when it came to documenting, when I did have time, I had the notes already written down, and that really helped. You're always going to have birthdays and things, but it's more the little things. Like I remember Louis crying once. The sick bowl broke. We just had a, what do you call them, melamine bowl, and it was the sick bowl. And it smashed. It lived on the top of the fridge. It fell down and cracked. And he was crying about the sick bowl, and his exact wording was, all the memories. He was just so upset that all the memories in this sick bowl had been lost. And you're just thinking, surely you don't want to remember those memories. They're not exactly the nicest of memories, being sick in a sick bowl. But to him, it was sentimental. This sick bowl really meant something, and I just found that quite funny. So I did a whole, it was a scrapbooking page then, a 12 by 12 page. I took a photo of the broken sick bowl and journaled about it. But I think that kind of thing's quite funny. I like remembering silly things. So let me know if you're the same. How are you feeling about it all at the moment? Are you overwhelmed? And then with Christmas coming up as well, what are you doing about your Christmas journals? Let's talk about Christmas. Did you see my video where I set up my journal? I'm keeping it super easy this year. Again, it's the overwhelm. I have started so many over the years, and I never keep them going, especially when the kids were little. So difficult. So I actually made my journal all in one go. And now all I need to do is print out a few photos, add tickets, receipts, whatever happens. But I haven't gone crazy. There's not loads to fill out. And hopefully I will manage it this year. But I've always called mine a December not daily. I don't do them daily. I just do a December whenever I can. Again, it's just silly wording that lifts the stress. And I'm just happy with whatever I do journal, no matter how small. If I get a few pages done, I'll be happy. So I just try and eliminate the stress. But that's my journaling update for you. I hope you've enjoyed it. Update me with yours, please. Let me know how you're doing. And I hope you're not stressed about it all, because remember that journaling is meant to be fun. It's there to help relieve stress, to make time for you. It's fun to do, and it's so nice to look back on. So please don't be stressed about it. Anyway, I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Lots of love.